Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the promotion ceremony in honor of Brigadier General John T. Reim. Our host for today's ceremony is the CENTCOM Commander, General Eric Kurilla. At this time, we would like to recognize the family of Brigadier General Reim and our distinguished guests attending today's ceremony. Please hold your applause to the end. Brigadier General Reim's family members include Mrs. Patty Reim, his youngest daughter, First Lieutenant Taylor Reim, his parents, Mr. John Reim and Mrs. Mary Lou Reim, his sister, Michelle Price, and her husband, Ron Price, and his brother, Greg Reim. Participating virtually are his son, Zachary, and fiancée, Catherine, son, Ian, and daughter-in-law, Teresa, granddaughter, Evie, daughter, Alex, and son-in-law, Rob, grandson, Daniel, sister, Val Castellini, and her husband, Anthony Castellini, parents-in-law, Sergeant Major retired Glenn and Tahara Buck. Our distinguished guests today include Brigadier General Lisa Howe, the Adjutant General of the New Jersey National Guard, and Mr. Joe Jackson, Mayor of Rockaway Township. We would like to welcome the Reim family and friends, elected officials, community leaders, general officers, members of the Senior Executive Service, soldiers, Department of the Army civilians and contractors, and industry teammates attending today's ceremony. We would also like to extend a special welcome and express our gratitude to the West Point Ceremonial Brass Quintet for being with us today. The official party for today's ceremony consists of General Eric Kurilla and Brigadier General John T. Reim. Please rise for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the national anthem performed by Captain Caitlin Van Wy, followed by the invocation delivered by Garrison Chaplain Simon Chang.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please pray with me or meditate with me in your own faith tradition as I pray mine. Almighty and loving, who is above all, in every order of rank and merit, as we assemble here to witness the promotion of Brigadier General John T. Reim to rank of Major General, we pause to offer you sincere and special thanks. Lord, now we are living in the world again, where the arsenal of democracy is more important than ever. For such a time as this, your providential hand has shaped General Reim in the crucible of conflict and challenges and prepared him to lead at the next level in the United States Army. Lord, as he continues to lead us with increasing levels of influence and responsibility, we ask that you would continue to bless and guide him in his present duties. Direct him, and by extension, all those whom he leads, with your most gracious favor in all that decisions with which he will be involved, so that he may enable us to further our task of peacekeeping with your continual help. We thank you for his family, Team Reim, which has been the unshakable foundation and source of his strength and inspiration over the tenure of his long and distinguished career. We ask that your most gracious favor also be upon his loving wife, Mrs. Perry Reim, Ian, Alex, Zachary, and Taylor, grandchildren Daniel and Evie, his father and mother, Mr. John Reim Sr. and Mrs. Mary Reim. We also give you praise for extended families, loved ones, friends and comrades, leaders and mentors, who have stood by General Reim in faithful support, service, and leadership to our nation and army. Now, Lord, may your gaze alight upon our soldiers, families, and civilian teammates, both here at home and around the world, especially those who are in harm's way, as they continue to fearlessly champion the cause of freedom for all peoples. Bless all of us who are here, in person or virtual, and keep our nation and army forever strong. This we ask in your most holy and precious name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. There remains a long-standing tradition of presenting service member's spouse with a bouquet of flowers. The petals in the bouquet symbolize beauty and tenderness, while the stems signify strength, stamina, and support, all enduring characteristics of a leader's spouse. Mrs. Patty Reim will now be presented with a bouquet of flowers. Flowers are also presented to General Reim's daughter, First Lieutenant Taylor Reim, and General Reim's mother, Mrs. Mary Lou Reim. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our host for today's ceremony, General Eric Kurilla.
Well, hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, teammates, and more importantly, the entire Reim family. I sincerely apologize that I cannot be there in person. There's just a couple things going on in the CENTCOM region right now, so I was not able to make it up to Picatinny. You know, today is a huge day. Today is the day we get to promote John from Brigadier General to Major General. And what some of you might not know is that Major General is the highest permanent peacetime rank that can be conferred on a commissioned officer, as higher ranks are technically temporary and linked to specific positions. So John, what this really means is this is the last pay raise you'll get, and for Patty, the last fixed spending that you're gonna get. So John, this really is as good as it gets, and it's a fantastic promotion. I really do wish I could be there in person. Things are a little crazy right now in the CENTCOM AOR when you only turn on the news to see what's happening in terms of that. So I really want to highlight the Reim family. You know, today John is joined by his beautiful and amazing wife, Patty. We've been friends of the Reims for a very, very long time. Patty is also my supplier of food when I was up in Fort Bragg whenever I needed a lift. And she would stop by. She knows all of the great Asian restaurants out in town. So thank you, Patty. His amazing and kick-ass daughter, First Lieutenant Taylor Reim, out there doing fantastic things in the Army for us. And I know she's going to continue to go very, very far. Also joining him there in New Jersey are his parents, John and Mary Lou. Thank you for coming today. Sister Michelle and husband Ron and brother Greg. And then John's son, Zach and Ian and daughter Alex. They're joining me today virtually for this, so thank you all for being just a huge part of this. I think it's really important to understand that this service just runs through this family. John's dad was a Marine, his father-in-law, who's also joined us, retired Army Sergeant Major. His wife, Patty, was a tremendous logistician, retired officer and veteran. His brother, Greg, also a West Point graduate and veteran. But we can't talk enough about our families and the sacrifices they make so that we can wear our nation's cloth. While many of us have seen combat and spent many nights, weeks, and months away from home, missing birthdays, school plays, and sports events, our families also miss those things with us. They miss sharing a report card, sharing their days of what happened, seeing us in the audience at a play, and just sharing those experiences with us. They sacrifice next to us so that we can do these things that we love for a country that we love, an idea we'll defend. So Team Reim, thank you so much for what you do and the soldier you make. John, how about a round of applause for this family? All right, so John started off Army life after graduating from West Point in 1990. He held multiple leadership and staff positions in the 3rd Infantry Division, 18th Airborne Corps, the Army's premier corps, making impacts at every step along the way and set an example of what right looks like. John and I, we worked together when we were at Joint Special Operations Commander, where he started as division chief in the J8, working his way all the way up to the J8 director. He's had a profound impact, not only on the SOF community, but on the entire Army. And he is a fantastic officer and is with absolute perfect position to make a profound impact on the Joint Force. In the current job as the Joint Program Executive Officer, Armaments and Ammunition and Commanding General of PICATINNY Arsenal, John is responsible, as you all know, for the development, procurement, and fielding lethal armaments and ammunition, providing the Army and our international partners capabilities that maintain overmatch against our adversaries. The Defense Industrial Base is at a critical moment in our national security. It is one of the things that led the Allied victory to World War II. In the modern era, the industrial base allows us to be prepared for whatever the future may bring and outpace those that wish to do us harm. And John is the right officer to lead us in that effort. Under his leadership, JPA-ANA is actively rebuilding the arsenal democracy, and their modernization work has led the change and charge in the development of new long-range precision fires, counter-UAS capabilities, of which CENTCOM is a big recipient of that, something near and dear to every infantryman, to field the new 6.8 millimeter next generation squad weapon system and ammunition. These efforts are selfless service personified, as many of the people using these tools to defend will never meet the people who worked so hard to ensure they arrived on the battlefield with the best equipment in the world. This is the second time I've had the honor to promote John within our general officer ranks, and unfortunately, the second time I've had to do it virtually because John was deployed overseas in Afghanistan, and we were in the middle of the COVID environment. John is everything we look for in a general officer. He's armed with strategic vision, he's able to build high-performing teams, and he has a dedication to the defense of an idea. As I wrap this up and we get ready to pin another star on John's chest, I want to thank him and his family for their service to our nation and to the set of ideas that this grand experiment is built upon. I'm so proud of you all, thankful for the opportunity to be here today, and I'm excited for what the future holds for you, your family, and our Army. Now, what we're about to do is we'll publish the orders, we'll pin the star on his chest, but I think it's very important that we reaffirm the oath of allegiance. And this is something very unique to only the United States. As he takes on the new rank and the responsibility that goes with it, John will renew his oath of the commission. The Army oath predates our republic, and the vow is older than the nation itself. In 1775, during the Revolutionary War, the Continental Congress established the oath to bind the military to our ideas and our ideals. 14 years later, the first law statute of the United States of America, enacted in the first session of the first Congress, codified that oath into law. Unlike many other parts of the world, our military does not swear allegiance to a monarch or a group or a person. We do not swear loyalty to any one individual. We swear loyalty to a principle that guides all people in our republic. We promise our allegiance to an idea, a vision for humanity, a golden principle that goes back to the birth of civilization. That is the principle of self-rule and of freedom. This is the principle of liberty that drives young and old to literally risk death from oceans away, that drives people to risk their lives for a better way of life and of governance. That principle is why we are here today. It is why America has a standing army. It is why the actions of the Reim family are so meaningful. John has had a remarkable career in service to that principle, and this promotion allows that service to continue. That is why this is so important today. So with that, we'll go ahead and we'll publish the orders. And so Patty, I'm going to have you take over from here.
Would Brigadier General Reim's wife and daughter please join him on stage? Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated for the publishing of the orders. Attention to orders. The President of the United States has reposed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of John T. Reim. In view of these qualities and his demonstrated potential for increased responsibility, he is therefore promoted in the United States Army from Brigadier General to Major General by order of the Secretary of the Army. Replacing the jacket rank are Major General Reim's wife, Patty, and his daughter, Taylor. First Lieutenant Taylor Reim will now present the promotion certificate to Major General Reim. Thank you, Mrs. Reim and First Lieutenant Reim. General Kurilla will now administer the oath to Major General Reim.
All right, John, what I'm going to ask you to do is go back and get a hold of that flag. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, John Thomas Reim,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I'll bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same,
to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
on the office on which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Good luck.
Thank you, General Kurilla. Command Sergeant Major Franks, please join Major General Reim on the stage. We will now unfurl the two-star flag with the new rank of Major General. Throughout the history of warfare, a general officer's personal flag has symbolized leadership on the battlefield. The original flags were boat flags, scarlet in color, and first authorized by the War Department General Order Number 4, dated 22 August 1903. In 1947, general officer flags were changed to scarlet with white stars and gold fringe. The Army has incorporated the use of the flag to signify the presence of a general officer. This flag will be displayed in the office of the general officer, having been nominated by the President, confirmed by the United States Senate, and promoted to the rank of Major General. The two-star flag is being unfurled in honor of Major General John T. Reim. Representative Mikey Sherrill, the U.S. Representative for New Jersey's 11th Congressional District, which includes Picatinny Arsenal. Representative Sherrill is a staunch supporter of Picatinny Arsenal and a graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy. Due to a vote on the floor of the House of Representatives, Congresswoman Sherrill extends her regrets in not being here in person to congratulate Major General Reim on his promotion. Mr. Willie Tolba will present a statement Congresswoman Sherrill read into the congressional record on Wednesday, January 10th, 2024, in Major General Reim's honor. The congressional record reads, Mr. Speaker, I rise today to recognize the promotion of Brigadier General John T. Reim to the rank of Major General. Major General Reim has served as the Joint Program Executive Officer, Armaments and Ammunition, and the Commanding General of Picatinny Arsenal since June of 2022. It is my privilege to honor a New Jersey native that has served and supported New Jersey's 11th Congressional District, the state of New Jersey, and our country. I look forward to his continued success and contributions to our nation. Thank you, Mr. Tobel. Will everyone please stand? In honor of Major General John Reim's promotion and service to our great nation, we will be conducting a cannon salute. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Major General John T. Reim.
Wow. I'm truly humbled. Friends, family, distinguished guests, Team Picatinny. What an awesome day for me and my family. First, before I get started, I wanted to personally thank all those that helped plan, coordinate, and execute today's ceremony. These events just don't happen. It takes a significant amount of teamwork to pull off a first-class event like this. A special thank you to Captain Katie Van Wy, my former aide-de-camp, on that amazing rendition of the national anthem. Chaplain Chang, as always, we appreciate your words and blessings for today's ceremony. Command Sergeant Major Franks, thank you for being the standard bearer here on Team Picatinny and for today's events. I appreciate your translating Commander's intent into a professional military ceremony. Let's give the entire team, everyone who played a role in making today possible, a big round of applause. General Kurilla, thank you for the kind words and for officiating my promotion ceremony. With ongoing events in the Middle East, it is not lost on me or my family that you made time to spend with us here today. I've been privileged to serve with some amazing officers during my career, and General Kurilla is certainly one of those at the very top of that list. Sir, I am proud and honored to be able to continue to serve with you in this great profession of arms. To Representative Mikey Sherrill, Willie, please pass along, my message to her. She would have been here, but a floor vote today, kept her away. But I certainly appreciate her recognizing me, my promotion, my service, and my family on the floor of the House of Representatives yesterday. That means a lot to us. We also appreciate her steadfast support of Picatinny Arsenal, and I certainly look forward to continuing to work with her and her team in meeting our national security challenges head on. I also have to tell you that I'm not quite sure we were going to be able to pull this ceremony off. So coming out of the holidays, we've got ongoing world events that we're continuously providing armaments and ammunition support to. The governor of New Jersey, on Tuesday night, right, with the nasty weather that we had coming in, issued a state of emergency. We've got Beatlemania going on in the port of Houston, and that's an inside joke for Team Picatinny, but, with how, significant 155 production is in the world today, where you've got, a bug infestation with all the equipment that's going to go into our first production line at our new production facility in Mesquite, Texas, really put, some doubt of whether we're going to pull off, today's ceremony. But I got to tell you that the common denominator here, is our people, and our people made this, ceremony happen today. The amazing team, here at Picatinny Arsenal is resilient. They're passionate about the mission. They're passionate about their people and operate every day with a can-do ethos. I am thankful to be part of this incredible team. I will also tell you that in the lead up for today, we received numerous phone calls and messages of congratulations. What Patty and I quickly realized is that we have incredible people in our lives. Throughout our time in the Army, we have been touched by so many amazing people, and it's been that investment of time, energy, support, mentorship, friendship, and teamwork that has allowed us to continue to serve, and quite frankly, has made today's promotion possible. Today has also offered an opportunity to reconnect with old friends and teammates. My high school classmates from Delsea, to my classmates from West Point, proud and mighty, to my members, teammates, and mentors from my first duty assignment within the 3rd Infantry Division in Germany, to my amazing Joint Special Operations Command and SOCOM teammates that made acquisition at the speed of war look easy during the global war on terror. to my ASALT teammates doing the heavy lifting in the Pentagon and supporting Army modernization priorities, and with the unique ability to quickly pivot to meet the in extremis requirements of the day. And to my teammates that provided security force assistance, non-combatant evacuation operation support, and support to the historic efforts to close out the mission in Afghanistan. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for your continued investment in me and your continued investment in my family. I would be remiss if I did not highlight the love and support of my family. My mother and my father, John and Mary Lou, my sisters, Val and Michelle, my brother, Greg, thank you. To my in-laws, Glenn and Tahara, thank you for the love and support. And of course, to my beautiful wife, Patty, and our 4 wonderful children, it's been quite a ride. I look forward to continue this amazing journey with you. Team Reim all the way. Love you guys. I'll close by telling you the most frequent question I continue to receive. This is, now that you've pinned on 2-star, now what? The simple answer is I'm staying put. So I get to remain here at PICATINNY Arsenal, and I certainly appreciate the trust and confidence, of our Chief of Staff of the Army and of our ASALT, the Honorable Doug Bush. I'm truly humbled to be able to continue, the significant work we've started here in rebuilding the arsenal of democracy, to continue our international partner support, giving, current operations globally. And of course, our day jobs in supporting, Army modernization and joint partner modernization and readiness priorities. So I'll close you with this. Thank you for sharing this special day with me and my family and allowing me to be all that I can be. Team Picatinny, Army Strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join us in singing the Army song. The words can be found on the back of the program. March along, sing our song. We're the army of the free. Count the brave, count the true, who have fought to victory. We're the army and proud of our name. We're the army and proud to be first to fight for the right and to build the nation's might. And the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won. And the army goes rolling along. And it's high, high, hey, the army's on its way. Count off the gate, it's loud and strong. For wherever we go, you will always know that the army goes rolling along. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. You are invited to congratulate Major General Reim and his family in the receiving line. Please form the receiving line to your right, my left, in the auditorium. They invite you then to join them for some cake at the back of the auditorium. Thank you and have a great day.